Morning, everybody. If you've got a Mexican yoga blanket or just like a thicker blanket, that would be good for today. If you've got blocks, that would also be good, but let's go blanket number 1. Oh, or the world's most advanced meditation cushion. And we'll get started. So get settled in. We're gonna start with the blanket in a really long roll. So when you take it open, you want the longest edge. So mine's folded in quarters right now. So the longest edge, and then you're gonna roll it up on a nice little tight Tootsie Roll all the way, all the way, all the way to the other long edge. So then you've got a nice long roll. And you're gonna take it, so you're gonna set it horizontally across your mat. And you're gonna take it, and there's kind of 2 spots you can go. You can go right in the middle of your upper back, kind of in the widest part, or you can go a little lower, more at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, either one. So I want you to feel it out. I'm gonna put a block behind my head just to relax my neck. So if you wanna do the same, you can do that, but you don't have to. So you wanna take your time, roll back. So it's gonna do a little elevation of your chest. And again, if it's at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, you might feel some unnecessary compression at your lower back. So that's when you might want to pull it up a little higher to literally open up your chest, your pecs, your breathing muscles. Yeah. And then if you feel like your head's back and you're really tipping your chin high, that's where the block might come in, or another blanket, or a simple pillow. And then you choose what to do with your legs. So they can be knees bent, inner knees touching, constructive rest. You can go kind of in the opposite direction, shins crossed, knees out, like you're sitting cross-legged, or butterfly, or just legs straight out into Shavasana. So once you get there, palms up. You're gonna take this time to reverse the action we do when we sit, whether it be at a desk or in a car, at a computer. So we're just trying to open that space up. And you may notice when you go to breathe that it feels just a little tighter in your chest since you are having this opening already present itself. So take your breath slow to begin. In through your nose and out however you'd like. Keeping your belly and hips relaxed. Again, just starting with a slow breath, noticing any changes in your chest or in your actual breathing pattern because you've propped up the back of your chest. Really allow your lower jaw to relax. A wave of ease is starting to come over your face. As your body gets more familiar with this shape, you can increase the length of your breath. Noticing that gentle amount of pressure the blanket adds behind your shoulder blades. Go ahead and take the next 4 rounds of breath. Just switch the position of your legs. It doesn't matter what you switch to, just slowly change the position of your legs. And then drawing your attention back to a slow, deep breath. And this morning, we're intentionally taking it into the chest, feeding our brains and our lungs some good, solid energy this morning. You're also welcome to change the position of the roll underneath of you. If it feels too low or too high, if it needs to wiggle up or down just an inch. We're here for about 3 more minutes. And the rise of your chest and the fall of your shoulder blades into the blanket. Adding a touch more smoothness to your breath. Slow, smooth, and full. Go ahead and count the next 5 rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale together counts as 1. When you get to that last breath, slowly open your eyes. Start to bend your knees, put your feet on the floor. Taking your hands to the roll, you can kind of puff your chest up to slide it out from underneath of you. Remove any block behind your head, so you're lying fully on the floor with your spine. So from your shoulders or any other way to remove that roll behind you. And if you have any rings on your fingers, go ahead and turn them to the sides because you're going to actually sit. So you're going to sneak your hands underneath you and sit on the tops of your hands, extending your legs out in front. And you can wiggle your upper arms a little closer together. We're going to take some baby fish pose. We're going to do it a few times. So it's just a little inhale. Press through your elbows and forearms. Lift your chest up. And then inhale, come down. So actually inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. And if this feels like it strains your neck, don't lift your head up off the floor. Just push through your elbows enough that you puff your chest up. And then exhale, come down. Inhale, lifting the center of your chest up. Exhale, come down. Just take that about 3 to 4 more times. You might start to also simultaneously feel your heartbeat in your hands since you're putting some pressure there. Good, and then bring yourself back down, keeping your hands where they're at. Just relax your jaw around, move it around side to side, open and close, up and down. Feel your face start to stretch. You might stretch into your eyes, lift your eyebrows really, really high. Good. And then slowly slide one hand away from underneath your bum at a time. Start to move your fingers around, let them tingle a little bit. Bend your knees again, inner knees together. Give a little lift of your hips, like 2 inches up and over to the right side, and let your knees come over to the left side. Coming into a spinal twist. Bring your right hand on top of your left. So your palms are close together. You're pretty much just lying on your left shoulder. And then you're going to inhale, slide your right fingers along the inside of your left arm until you open back up into your spinal twist. And then exhale, bend your right elbow, fingers touch your right inner armpit, and then slide your fingers again all the way towards your left hand. So you're going to inhale, open up into a spinal twist, and then exhale, close back so you're lying on your left shoulder. So doing that a few times, nicely awakening your spine, your mid back and shoulders. Right, that space that a lot of us can hunch and round, or we're in a seated position. Just take your time sliding your right fingers over and back. You may even begin to reach your right fingers farther than your left fingers. And then open back up into the spinal twist. Inhale. Exhale. You might feel it in your shoulder blades, in your upper back, a tiny bit into your lower back. Just notice where you feel it, where it's stickiest along your spinal column. Take it twice more. And then you'll remain open in a spinal twist whenever you're ready, with your arms a little farther down by your sides to relax your shoulders. You can be lying on your left ear, the back of your skull, or turn your head towards your right ear. Any of the above. Clean, full breath in. Relieving, full breath out. One more clean, full breath in. And just allow your air out. As you're ready, use an exhale to bring your knees back to the ceiling, towards the center. And you might rock a little side-to-side massage in your lower spine. And then preparing for this twist on the other side, feet down, a little lift up and over so your hips are slightly to the left. Then allow your knees to fall to the right side. Begin with your arms open. Bend your left elbow, bring your fingertips to your inner armpit. And then exhale, reaching left palm on top of right. And inhale, you want to open up into the twist. And exhale, you're gonna lean, so you're kind of lying on your right shoulder. And then inhale, opening up. Tracing your left fingers on the inside of your right arm, across your chest, back up and open. Taking all the time you need. Move as slowly as you're breathing. Check in with your jaw. You might need to wiggle and wriggle it around. Maybe beginning to reach your left hand farther than your right hand when you come onto your right shoulder. Or you can just keep left hand on top of right. Both are great. Go ahead and take 2 more. You'll allow yourself to land in your twist on your back. Arms move a little farther down by your sides to make space on both sides of your neck. Working with your breath in through your nose and exhaling in any way. Good, 1 more. Maybe a little sigh as you exhale. Use the following exhale, bringing your knees back to center, maybe a little rock side to side on your lower spine. Feet back down to the mat, extend your legs out. Again, you're gonna sit on the tops of your hands, so your palms are down on the floor, coming into more of a full fish pose. And if this is new for you, feel free to take a look at the screen. You're gonna lift up onto your elbows and then lay your head back, so the top of your head, just the tiniest little bit of pressure there. And try to go for 5 breaths. Yeah, nice. So really opening up your chest space, pushing through your elbows and your forearms. Right, so you're really feeling that opening right across your collarbones. Be gentle with yourself as you exhale and lay back down. And take the path of least resistance, as slow as you need. Remain sitting on your hands. And just see how you feel right here. Going through that Matsyendrasana twice more, fish pose. Pressing down through your elbows. It's kind of like a Tarzan puffing chest. Lifting up, coming onto the crown of your head. Aiming for 5 breaths or anywhere close to there. If 3 is what you've got this morning, 3 is wonderful. If 1 is what you've got, that's just as good. When you come down slow, tuck your chin, protect your neck, and then just allow yourself to lie back in a neutral position. Relaxing your jaw, moving it all around, maybe your nose and your eyes as well. Take as much time as you need in between. And when you're ready for the 3rd one, you'll feel yourself really scoot forward. Your feet will actually move in space as you lift up and let the top of your head find the floor. And try to press the fronts of your shoulders, the heads of your shoulders back. So you get that extra sense of broadening across your chest. And there's just a little bit of pressure on the top of your head, maybe only 5 to 10%, nothing crazy. When you're ready, let an exhale, tuck your chin, slowly slide back. You can release your hands from under your bum and just find a Shavasana. Noticing the effects from your neck down to your chest, all the way down to the base of your spine. When you're ready, big inhale. You get to reach your arms over your head, stretch your legs in the opposite direction. And exhale, bend your left knee. Take your hands right below your kneecap onto your shin. Push your foot forward, round yourself up. And we're gonna sit for just a moment. So if you wanna sit on your blanket roll, sit on your block. We're gonna do a little wrist movement. So as you sit, you might wanna swim your shoulders back, move it all around, roll your jaw around. Cross your left forearm over your right, and you're gonna clasp your hands. So it's like you're holding your own hand, but your left forearm is on top of your right. Yeah. Now let your knuckles point towards the ground, then towards your chest, slowly, and everyone's gonna be different, up towards the ceiling. And you might just get a little way from your chest towards your chin. Shoulders down, breathing in and out. Good, slowly unwind. Knuckles towards your chest, to the floor, forward. Nice, everybody, switch. Right forearm on top, interlacing your fingers. Knuckles to the floor, to your chest, to the ceiling. Notice especially how your right wrist feels here. Shoulders down, neck relaxed. One more breath in. Exhale, knuckles towards your chest, the floor, forward, and then release. Arms out to the side, fingers spreading wide, cactus your arms, press your elbows back, and then pull your elbows down. Good. Interlace your fingers behind you. Again, that nice bright opening through your chest. Lift, 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 lift. And then exhale, reverse. Cat stretch, palms together, round your back, slight tuck of your chin. And then inhale, open it back up. Cactus arms, forearms back, elbows down. Feel your shoulder blades slightly pinch together. Interlace your fingers with the opposite index finger, opposite thumb on top. Let your knuckles point down towards the ground a little more. Good, breathe in. Exhale, slowly release, cat stretch, palms touch. Don't fall off your blanket or block. Tuck your chin. One more time, inhale. Open it up, cactus arms. Press back with your elbows, down with your elbows. Interlace your fingers either way. Chest up and open. Enjoy that breath. Knuckles point more down to the floor. They don't have to lift up really high. And then exhale, release. Round your back, tuck your chin, stretch forward. Feel like someone's literally pulling your hands forward as you pull your shoulders back. Good, and then come back to center. Do a little swim back, one shoulder at a time. So it's like that up, back, and down, but just individually in your shoulders. Good, come to center. Interlace your fingers. Try to get your elbows as close as you can. And you're just gonna do little figure eights with your wrists. Little figure eights. Try not to move the rest of your arms as much. Try to just move at your wrists. And then use those good brain cells up there, reverse it. Other way, just your wrists. Good, come back to center. Switch the interlace of your fingers. So you just go up and over by one little webbing. Again, swim your wrists. Figure eight, sit up tall. Switch directions. I know it's funky. Good, slow it down. Unwind, stretch both of your arms back, big lift of your chest. Good, then bring your hands up to center. You're just gonna start going up and down. Up and down. Some of you have done this with me before. You probably know where we're going. It's one of my favorite things to do. Then you're going to go side to side like a shady palm tree. Up and down. Side to side. One hand up and down, one hand side to side. Use your brain cells, switch. The other hand up and down, go side to side. Switch. And be kind of loose with your hands, so you can switch a little easier. It's like doing the rubbing your belly, patting your head, or the reverse, whichever one it is. You're gonna switch, switch, and if you get lost, you can always stop and just start from the beginning. Switch, so one up and down, one side to side, switch. I hope you're smiling, switch. One more, switch. Good, and relax. Come off of your seat. Now this is for a little wrist strength. You're gonna come onto your knuckles. So if you have rings, like I have a ring with a little pokey up part, I'm gonna turn it to the side. So it's between my fingers and not on the ground. Because you're gonna put your fists down on the ground, feet forward. Come into reverse table, inhale, lift up. Exhale, sits bones down. So you're right on your knuckles. Inhale, working some wrist strength. Exhale, bring it down. Good, so do that about anywhere from 5 to 7 times. Arms are straight. It feels funny on your knuckles, but it's gonna give your actual wrist creases a break from being in that flexed position. Nice, and we're, again, counteracting sitting by opening up through our chest, lifting through our hips, opening your hip flexors. Take one more. Good, and then stretch your legs out in front. A little tiny bend in your knees, or if you know you hyperextend, you can put that roll under your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward. Feels nice to just get that stretching sensation in the morning. Toes up towards the ceiling, feet flexed. And then you can inhale, come back into your 90-degree angle staff pose. Exhale, hinge forward. Do that as many times as you'd like. Up on your inhale, hinging on your exhale. Or if you just want to stay forward, stay forward. Slow breath in and out. Change the position of your feet. So you're actually going to point your feet, curl your toenails to the floor, feeling the fronts of your shins. Good. 2 more breaths. Use an inhale to come back up. Remove the roll if it's there. And for this next one, I want to give you an option. So you can come back into that reverse table. You can come knuckles. You can go flat hands, but see how that feels on your wrists. We're going to take Purvottanasana, reverse plank. So legs together, pressing your hips up. Try not to throw your head back too much, but you can let your head slightly tip back. Or if that feels like too much on your shoulders, you can come back into reverse table. Yeah. 5 breaths wherever you are. Squeeze your glutes to help elevate your hips. Yep, nice. It's a big one. Full breath as you can. Use an exhale to descend your sits bones down. Nice. Yeah, move your wrists around as you need. Bend your knees. Cross your right ankle over your left, so you're in pigeon in a seat. Sit up nice and tall, and you can start to walk your hands forward, walk your chest up, so your chest is moving towards your right shin. Yep. I like my fingers facing back, palms down. You might want your fingers in, but fingers back is actually going to help press this part of your shoulder open and back, yeah. Exhale, you're going to let your legs go over to the left as you look to the right. Take a twist. Use an exhale, bring it back to center, and you're going to let your legs go over to the right side all the way down to sit up into a pinwheel pose. Left hand, right knee. Yep. Okay, you guys got it. Inhale, come back up through pigeon in a seat, chest up, up, up. Take it over, legs left. Look right. You can use your left hand for just a tiny bit more of a twist. And then both hands down, up and over. So you're in that seated pinwheel shape, twisting away from your legs. Left hand, right knee. Nice. One more time each way. Pigeon in a seat, sit up tall. Take it over, twist away from your legs. Exhale, legs to center, up and over. Pinwheel shape, sit up tall. It's okay if your left glute is off the ground. And then up towards the center. And switch. Right foot down, left ankle crossing, so your foot is fully free. Free to be flexed. Now you might need to be closer to your leg on this side. You might need to walk your hands back to be a little farther away. Breathe in. Breathe out. Still sitting up tall with your chest, stable with your arms. Let your legs go over to the right as you look to the left. So your left foot's down, yep. Exhale, legs to center, pigeon in a seat. And then take your legs over to the left so your inner right knee and foot's to the ground. And you come into that seated pinwheel twist. Yep, yep, yep. There you go. So your right hand is on your left knee. Exhale, come to center, pigeon in a seat. Up with your chest, a little press with your hands. It's okay if it takes a little while. You're gonna let your legs go to the right, and you're gonna twist away from your legs. And then exhale, come to center. Again, you're gonna let your legs go to the left, your inner right knee and foot come down, and you're gonna take your right hand to your left knee and twist. There you go, you got it now. I know it's early, you've only had 1 cup of coffee. Exhale, come back to the center, 1 more each. Over towards that right side, twisting away from your legs. When you're ready, exhale to center, pigeon in a seat, and then pinwheel with your left ankle crossed up and over. Turn away from your legs, right hand, left knee. And then exhale back to center. You did it, good job. Release your foot. And then 1 more time, you choose reverse table or legs out in front, reverse plank. Flat hands or fists, depending on how your wrists feel. Squeeze your glutes to keep your hips up, 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 up. Excellent. Full breath. 1 more inhale. Exhale, descend your hips. You're simply going to roll onto one side to come onto your belly. Right into Sphinx. You're there. Good, so you really got to use your listening ears if you can't see the camera anymore. Elbows down, so you're on your forearms. Sphinx pose. Pushing down through your forearms, pulling your elbows back towards your waist. Again, just counteracting those sitting motions we all find ourselves in. Active legs. So that might mean your glutes contract a little bit. You can push into the tops of your feet, lift your knees off the floor. 1 more breath in. Exhale, slowly come down, forehead to the floor, hands underneath your armpits. 2 baby cobras, chest and head up on your inhale, down on your exhale. Up on your inhale, down on your exhale. When you're ready, tuck your toes, press into plank on your knees. Plank on your knees, good. Walk your knees up, tabletop. So if you want to turn around so you can't see the camera, you can do a little walkabout. Flipping your fingers, and you might need to do this in pieces. So you can take your fingers out to the side to 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. See how that feels on your wrists. Maybe you start to point your fingernails at your knees. So the eyes of your elbows are forward. those little creases of your elbows. And then take a few cat-cows. Inhale, belly down, tailbone back. Exhale, tuck slowly, tuck your chin, and just see how your hands feel. So you might need to go a little slower than normal through cat-cow with your hands in this new direction. Just go through it about 2 to 3 more times. And you can always, if it feels like too much, bring your fingers back out to 3 and 9 o'clock. And then find your neutral tabletop, fingers forward. Breathe in. Exhale, come onto the tops of your hands. So again, your fingers are going to point towards you, but your palms will be up. So you need to lean back a little bit to put some more pressure on your legs rather than your wrists. And you're just stretching your wrists, tucking your chin, slight lean back of your hips. There you go. Try not to get creepy shoulders. Keep your neck long. One more breath in and out. Slowly lift the back of your hands off the floor. Come to stand on your knees. Shake your hands out. Good. Reach your arms out and up. Palms touch. Exhale, sit back into child's pose. Inhale, come into tabletop. And exhale, work your way to your first downward dog. Hips up and back. Heels off the ground. Knees bent. Again, heels off the ground, knees bent. Breath full, in and out. One more inhale. Exhale, let your knees come back down. Walk your hands back so you're standing on your knees and your shins. Sweep your arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Really think about spreading your fingers as wide as you can so you feel the stretching sensation at the webbing between each finger. Everyone, a tiny bit more bend in your knees. Let your heels be off the ground. Head even heavier. Exhale, knees to the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up so you're standing on your knees and your shins. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. One more time. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, find yourself standing on your kneecaps, arms up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale through table. Exhale to downward dog. You can always come back into child's pose. Three more breaths. And then when you're ready, exhale, knees down, tabletop. Eyes on the screen. I'm gonna do a little hand demo. Duncan, I know you've done this with me before. So I'm just gonna show you the block is now the floor. You're gonna be in downward dog and you're gonna do what's called a wrist lift. So your fingers are spreading wide. you're gonna just lift your wrist and bring it down. So basically this part of your hand and your finger pads stay on the floor. So you're just gonna lift your wrist a little and down, a little and down. And then if you feel like you need to lift this part of your hand off the floor, you can. You're just gonna lift your wrist. So you're gonna be at an angle. Instead of being flat like this, you're gonna try to make a little space to stabilize your wrists. Give it a try. In downward dog. I like that thumbs up, Natalia. And see, do you just want to lift the base of your wrist? Do you also want to lift the top of your palm? It's not super common that we do a lot of wrist strengthening, but we should. Yeah, and it might be so small that I can't even see it on the screen. You can also do it in tabletop if it feels like too much in downward dog. Mom, try to make it a quarter that size. Tiny, tiny bit. Again, it's just here and down. Take a break, come down, knees down to the floor, sit back into child's pose, and then flip your hands so your palms face up towards the ceiling, so the back of your wrists are relaxed onto the ground. Give yourself 3 more breaths. Inhale, find yourself back into tabletop. We're just gonna do one standing pose on each side. So if you have blocks, you can use blocks for your high runner's lunge with your right foot forward and your left toes back. Or again, flat hands, tented fingers, or knuckles. So start to feel your leg muscles activate and awaken a little more. And then your hands lift away from whatever's on the floor, hands to your front thigh. And then upright, interlacing your fingers, stretching your knuckles down to the floor. And if you start to feel too much compression here, bend your back knee. Yep, and we're just gonna hold this. Really wing your shoulder blades back, opening the front of your chest. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Almost like it's a little pinching between your shoulder blades. Pulling your knuckles down. You can play with the bend of the back knee as much or as little as you need. We're here for a good little bit. Relax your jaw. Nice, lift the toes on your front foot up. So all your right toes up, 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 up. One more breath in. Exhale, toes down. Unclasp your hands. Hands to the floor or the blocks. Back knee down and shifting into a half split. So walking your hands back, slight lift in your chest. Start with your right toes up. Breathing into the back of your right leg. And inhale, walking your hands forward. You can step your back foot up. You can do a hop switch. You just want to get to the other side with your front foot forward. And now your right leg back. Yeah. Taking your time, back knee lifted. Starting to feel your legs work as you bring your hands to your left thigh. Chest upright. Interlace your fingers. Again, switch the grip. Index finger, thumbs should feel slightly strange. And think about your knuckles down, shoulder blades together, maybe a bend in your back knee. There is an element of balance, so let your eyes softly rest in one place. Ease up through your jaw, your nose, your eyes. Lift the toes on your left foot so you can feel that strong ground underneath the ball and the heel of your left foot. One more breath in. Exhale, toes down. Release your hands. Frame your front foot, and you'll take your journey back into one plank. One and one only. That's all you gotta do. Exhale, knees down. One time we're gonna take, it's called knees, chest, and chin. So your knees are already down. You're gonna bring your chest down and your chin down. You're like a little inchworm. Yeah, you got it. Knees, chest, and chin. Squeeze your elbows in. Slowly slither your way into cobra. Nice and easy. Lifted chest, lifted head, tucked chin. Elbows hug a little tighter to your sides. Good, let your hands come off the ground. Reach your arms back behind you, palms up. Lift your arms, lift your legs a little higher, and reach your fingers towards your heels. 3 more breaths. Slowly inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Just take a rest on your belly. Good job. Yogi's choice, you can take Cobra, Sphinx, or slowly stretch yourself up into Upward Dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, for 5 breaths in any of those options. Again, just sending yourself energy via your breath to your brain and your lungs. After your 5th breath, move yourself into tabletop neutral position. Knees touch together, heels pretty close. You're going to sit back till you're upright. And if it feels like too much on your knees, you can put that blanket roll between your hips and your heels. You can sit on a block. Go with your palms facing up, eyes closed. Think about breathing into the sides of your bodies, from your armpit down towards your hip. And not just on the right side or the left side, but both sides. So the air is exchanged in your lungs. Your lungs are protected by your ribs. Your ribs are that nice barrel of your chest. And work to feel the movement there, right in your chest. Staying lifted in your torso as you do this. Three more breaths. When you're ready, open your eyes. Slowly, we're gonna move into, I'll be quite honest, I don't remember the name of this pose. Let's take it slow. You're actually gonna stay on your left your right knee and shin, and you're gonna stretch your left leg out to the side. So you're kind of sitting, it's not Janu Shirshasana, you're sitting on your right heel with your left leg out to the side, but not so much that you're putting all kinds of pressure on your right knee. So you're actually gonna lift up a little bit. This is like a giant game of Twister for your body. If you need a little bit more cushion for your knee, like right now I'm on some pretty hard tile, I'm gonna open up my blanket, put it right underneath my knee so it feels a little nicer. You're gonna take your left hand to your right heel, twister time. You might wanna tuck your right toes so your heel's higher, and you're gonna reach your right arm up and over. It's not gonna touch anything. You're just gonna reach up and over. Yep. A lot is happening here. And you should feel it right here in your left inner thigh and on the right side of your body. Good, breathe in. Exhale, bring your right hand down. Release your left hand and switch. So you're gonna bring that, any cushion, over to the side, left kneecap supported. So you're on your right heel, left toes tucked under. And it's a little counterintuitive. It's your right hand to your left heel and your left arm up and over. Yep. Yep, everybody's got it. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, left hand down, right hand down, both knees in, just enough so you can sit to one side. Now come into Janu Shirshasana, left leg out. You can always put that nice little support under your sits bone. And this one's gonna be a little bit more accessible. You can take your left hand to your right knee, to your calf, to your ankle, anywhere you'd like, and then your right arm up and over. Exhale, bend your right elbow, lean back. Good. Inhale, a little bit more to the side. So back over towards your left leg. And then inhale, bring yourself up. And just see what you feel on this side of your body. Before moving to the other side, right leg out, left foot in. Right hand, left knee, calf, hip, anywhere. Left arm up and over. Exhale, bend your left elbow, lean back just slightly. Flex that right foot. Inhale, up and over, leaning towards your straight leg. Nice. Use an inhale, slowly come up, arms out to a T. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale, float your arms down. And you've got one more time. You can stretch both legs out in front or bend your knees. Reverse table, reverse plank, your call. One more time. Squeeze your glutes in either posture. Trust your arms, one more inhale. Exhale, slowly come down. Good, stretch your legs out. Give yourself enough space to roll onto your back. And this is a good time to use your blanket to be under your head. As you roll your way back, nice little support for your head. Doesn't need to be on your neck, just on that back ledge of your skull. Hug your knees in. Maybe that slight rock side to side. And then see what you need right here. Do you want another twist? Do you want to lengthen your legs up? Yep, do you want to take happy baby? Do you want to take a long, long shavasana? Some deep, full breaths to kind of wrap up your practice. It's like you're putting a bow on it here. for one more minute. So take anything you need. Yep, I like it. Everyone's doing the variation that's working for them. Go ahead and move to the other side if you're in a posture that's asymmetrical or one-sided. Starting to soften the effort of your breath. Beginning to work your way into whatever resting shape feels right for you this morning. And feel free to get creative, use props, the wall, anything around you. Or feel free to keep it simple and just stretch out into Shavasana. I'm going to take a full couple minutes here. Just let the yoga do its work. Let your body absorb all that breath, movement, stretch, and strength that you just did. Allowing your breath to completely return to your own body. So instead of cognitively changing your breath, thinking about it, let your body do its job to breathe. Slowly begin to add some length, some time to your breath. There be an even exchange of energy between your mind and your body here. To work towards just a little more awareness of your breath. you've done that for a little bit, move your toes. Point and flex your ankles. Bending one knee at a time till your feet find the floor. And then moving your fingers, your wrists, your elbows over your head, and then bending. Working to bring your right knee up, interlacing your fingers below your right kneecap. Exhale, pressing your foot up to come to sit. Propping yourself up. Closing your eyes or gazing softly down, slightly forward. Just see how you feel now. Think about what tone you want to take into your Friday. How you want to step into this whole day you have ahead of you. When you know how you want to aim for your day to be, bring your hands together, right in front of your heart. We'll end with one slow breath, all at the same time. Inhale. Exhale. I appreciate you all taking this time to be here, allowing me to guide you, to be together with others while they practice, and to take this sweet time for yourselves this morning. When you're ready, release your hands. If you want to open your eyes or if you want to continue into meditation, you're welcome. Thank you all so much, and I will see you guys again on the screen on another Friday.